Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. This is Women in Alcohol. My name is Nancy McKay and I'm your host. And I want to ask you a few questions today. Are you questioning your drinking? Is your drinking causing you any problems? And do you want to show up in your life differently? You know, when I when I quit drinking 11 years ago, a little over 11 years ago, those are the questions I used to ask myself. Was there a way for me to live differently? Could I really stop drinking before it was, before shit really hit the fan, right? Um, Everyone around me was drinking just like me for the most part. And it was so hard to figure out um, where I was going and what was happening because I didn't have anybody to talk to about it who had been where I was and who was on the other side of it. I desperately wanted to find someone to talk to, but the resources at that time were very limited, or at least that's what it felt like to me. And I wasn't ready to admit that I was an alcoholic and needed that kind of help, right? So, if I had had a coach, someone like me, that could support me and guide me and help me with the feelings that I was having, um, I think that perhaps things would have been different. I don't think I would have had to hit rock bottom. And I don't believe that you have to hit rock bottom to stop drinking. I think that, I really think that you can, that it doesn't have to get that bad. That you can stop drinking and start living a different and better life before your life turns to shit. And and I will tell you that my life was very close to turning to shit. Um, I almost killed myself. So it's things can get pretty desperate, and they can get pretty desperate um, kind of quickly. And so when you think about if you're, if you're having these thoughts about, if your drinking is causing you problems, we can look at that and figure out what your thinking is about your drinking and and what happens when you have those thoughts and beliefs, because it's important if you can stop and take just a half a step back when something comes up that you feel you're drinking at, then there's a way to, that's a way to um, delay for just a moment. And oftentimes, I was just talking with a client today and about a craving, and she hasn't had a drink in 6 weeks, and she was out with friends and really wanted to have a glass of wine. And the reason was because she felt discomfort. And so, if you can take a step back when you're in a situation like that and breathe and assure yourself that you are strong. Ask for help. And, if it's necessary to remove yourself from the situation, because you're the most important person in the room. And you have to learn to take care of yourself and stand up for yourself and set some boundaries. So, when like I said, when I was questioning my drinking, I just felt so alone. And having someone to talk to in a safe and confidential space, which is what I provide to my clients, is, it's really important, right? And I know that if you're over drinking, I know you're scared, because I was scared. And I know that there's an element of shame there. And I know that because that's how I felt. So I have been where you are, and I know how to help you. I know how to help you look at your drinking, at your relationship with alcohol, and maybe you quit drinking and maybe you don't, but at least you'll gain this awareness of what's happening to you when you drink and before you drink, and what you can do to change that if that's what you want. So, I don't know. I think that might be enough out of me. So just remember, you don't have to hit rock bottom before you decide to look at your drinking. You don't have to be an alcoholic to look at your drinking. You can just be curious. And this is, this is nothing to be ashamed of. And as you know, if you've been following me at all, there are, the stigma that is still associated with alcohol abuse, alcoholism, is still prevalent. And so I think it's very important to understand that this is something that you don't need to be ashamed of. There's no judgment here. This is a safe space, and I hold a safe space and confidential space for my clients. So you can find me several ways if you're interested in getting some more information. Obviously, I'm on Facebook. I have my own Facebook page, Amazing Outlook Coaching. And you can join my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group called Women and Alcohol, and I'd love to have you join us. I'm also on LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram. You can email me at nancy@amazingoutlookcoaching.com and hop over to my website. I'm doing a little tweaking, but head over to my website at www.amazingoutlookcoaching.com. So if you're interested in exploring your relationship with alcohol, I hope that you'll reach out and contact me. Okay? Have a great day, and we will talk to you next Thursday. My guest next Thursday is Regina Toppelson. So I look forward to talking with Regina, and you'll enjoy listening to her as well. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.